The former US Secretary of State Hillary Clinton is spending the day on the road campaigning to become the first female president of the United States. She's touring key states in her drive to secure the Democrat nomination. She lost out 7 years ago to a certain Barack Obama. After months of speculation, she announced she was running in a video on her website.
I'm getting ready to do something too. I'm running for president. Americans have fought their way back from tough economic times, but the deck is still stacked in favor of those at the top. Everyday Americans need a champion, and I want to be that champion. So you can do more than just get by. You can get ahead and stay ahead, because when families are strong, America is strong. So I'm hitting the road to earn your vote, because it's your time, and I hope you'll join me on this journey.
Well, earlier this evening, we spoke to the US journalist David Storey from Washington. David, we'd have months of speculation about whether or not Hillary Clinton will declare. Now she has. What do you think her chances are?
Well, I think her chances are really good. This is her second time around for her challenge to get into the White House. The first time she learned a lot of lessons. Obama kind of came out of nowhere, got the Democratic Party behind him, and once major members of the Democratic Party were behind him, he was a shoo-in for the Democratic nomination, of course, now wrapping up his second term as president. For Hillary, she learned a lot from that race. This campaign will be a lot different. It will be more about the voters, more about the people of America, less about her. And as you know, she's such a strong figure that it kind of dominated the last campaign. So from the message with the video that she released just yesterday, this is really going to be about the voters and less about her.
And from within the Democrats, who will her main competitors be then?
Well, there's a couple of people that are being speculated about. I don't think there's really going to be a main competitor. There's Maryland Governor, he is Tom O'Malley, and there's also Jim Webb, who's a Virginia senator. They're former, they've now left their positions. And then there's a couple of others in the Democratic Party, but really Hillary's got about 80%, in the latest poll from CBS News, 80% of Democrats said they would vote for her if she was running for president. So it doesn't look like there's going to be a lot of competition on that side of the political divide.
OK, well, let's look at the other side of the political divide then. And who's she like, if she does get the nomination, who's she likely to be standing against?
Well, a lot of talk is about being Jeb Bush. You know, two names that are very familiar here in American politics. It could be a Clinton versus a Bush in the upcoming election. Jeb Bush, of course, former governor of Florida, much speculated. Today, Marco Rubio, he's another senator, he announced that he was running, and Ted Cruz from Texas is also in the running. Bush still hasn't made a decision, but many are speculating that he will, if he does make that decision, he'll get the Republican nod, and it'll be Clinton versus Bush. And do you think being a Clinton is a help or a hindrance when you're running to become president? Oh, well, I think for Hillary, it's a bit of a hindrance. You know, we could be on the eve of electing our first female president here in the United States of America. The problem is that it's Hillary Clinton, and she's such a politician that you either like or you don't. There's no gray area with Hillary Clinton. And so it's going to be a little bit of a challenge for her. She also needs to figure out what she's going to do with Bill in this election cycle. In the campaign video she released yesterday, there was some pictures of her and Bill and their grandchild, but he wasn't seen much else in there. So I think Bill's going to be taking a bit of a backstage seat here during the campaign, and Hillary's going to be out there on her own campaigning for this one. And Hillary Clinton's previously called it the hardest, highest glass ceiling. But do you think America is finally ready for a female president? I think America is really ready for a female president. Of course, with Barack Obama, the first African-American president, the Democrats seem to be putting up these candidates that are breaking these glass ceilings when it comes to race and it comes to gender. I think Hillary's got a really great chance of winning this thing. Of course, it's not over until it's said and done, but I think that America's ready to elect our first female president. I think it may be Hillary Clinton. And what about age? Because she would be about 70 when she actually made it into office if elected. And, you know, it's a very rigorous process, even just getting to the White House. Will age be an issue in this, do you think? Well, I think age is going to be an issue in this primarily because she's a woman. And I think people are going to look at her and say she's a woman and she's older. And can she really hold the office? She would be the second oldest president elected if she was to get the seat. Ronald Reagan was the oldest that took the presidency. So I think it'll be an issue for some voters. But Hillary Clinton has got some staying power. I mean, I covered her as a reporter in upstate New York when she was a senator. Of course, she was our first lady. And Secretary of State, she did that for several years. So I don't think anybody should be concerned about the age of Hillary Clinton if she was to win the presidency.
Okay, David, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you so much.